Ooh, Fredo.
Hey, yeah, I'm back into the barricade. What I'm doing, counting up money from this year I made. Last year was a different story, but this year I'm paid. Just do 6:30 in the club, I let it ricochet. Extreme rules ain't enough, I put him in a cage. Now it ain't nowhere to hide, you about to catch this fade. Hey, if rap was wrestling, I'm in the Hall of Fame. Playing games better acknowledge me like I'm Roman Reigns. Hey, but you can't see me though. Took a break, now the final boss back with the demon flow. The innovator, I just do the stuff that they ain't seen before. I'm like the Undertaker, a tombstone to put you where you need to go. A match against me and Dog out for showstopper. I'm in the booth with sweet chin music, I'm the showstopper. Like the Midnight Express, I'm on the road rocket. They screaming no mas, I'm old mas, dog, I'm a whole problem. You got the money in the bank, I need the whole profit. Running through mobs like Goldberg, like who gon' stop him? Looking at the clock, it's 3:16, I'ma go spot. And I'ma open up a can of whoop ass like Stone Cold drop. You beating us, the squad like 3D when we teaming up. I got the longest title reign, a real rapper, they know.
Hello, everyone.
Yo.
It is Wednesday night, so you already know. Here we go. It's time for the show, and I hope that you all enjoy tonight. So it's the AEW Dynamite.
Don't do this shit again in your life, bro.
What is wrong with you? 420 friendly. As you know, put the kids to bed. They shouldn't be watching anyways. It be TV mature. We're going to say what we want. And we say what we mean, and we mean what we say. I got my boy Rich Loud once again in the building.
In that building.
Oh, man, there he is.
What up?
We got Mr. FTW with us tonight, going to be joining us for the majority of, if not the entire show, so should be honored.
Yeah, definitely should be honored.
You know how we do it. We've been doing this long enough. Go ahead, guys. Let me know, out of 3 stars, what do y'all give tonight's show?
Shit, a 1.5.
Rich?
I'm going 1.5.
I'm going 1. So, I mean...
There you go. In the club, baby.
And I want to reiterate before we get any further, people. That doesn't mean that the wrestling was shitty, because as we were talking about as a group earlier before we came on live for y'all, there's hardly ever just bad wrestling in AEW. As far as matches go, you hardly ever see just a bad match. But tonight's kind of story arcs and just, for me, what killed it more than anything was the crowd was shit. So I guess we can't really blame a lot of that on AEW. The crowd was just not into any of it. They were really quiet. Even when key people were out there, it was kind of hard. Ospreay struggled like hell to get the crowd into the match and to get going when he was out there. And that's Will Ospreay, one of the hottest guys in AEW, if not wrestling right now. And he's struggling to get the fucking crowd going. So, 1 for me. We're going to mix this show up a little differently tonight because, as you know, FTW Podcast has a lot of big things going on right now. So a lot of us are busy getting shit going for FTW Mania. And after, you all got to stay tuned for that. It's going to blow your fucking minds to see how far we've come in just a couple of years. But anyways, spoilers later. We're just going to kind of go off the cup tonight. We're not going to go in any particular order of the match types or when they went. We are going to cover all the matches and segments that we got. Just however we feel like doing it. So it's going to be a little mad tonight.
Crazy.
Rich Loud. What's up, brother? Rich Loud, man. Go ahead. I want you to start us off, kick us off. I done talked enough. It's time to hear from everybody else. That's the reason they tune in anyways.
Man, hey, it started off good. Like, you know, everybody was trying to figure out what's going on with this Swerve situation. So they come out. We had a mixed tag team match. It was the first match of the night.
Yep.
Willow Nightingale, Swerve Strickland versus John Moxley. I can always butcher her name. Marina Shafir.
Yes, sir. There you go.
Okay, there you go. Marina Shafir. Mixed tag team match. I think it started off good. I had like a couple of little just. Sometimes some of the blows weren't landing as I would have wanted them to. Like, at certain times, it was a little too obvious. I would probably say that would probably be my biggest gripe with that. Outside of that, it was a fairly decent match. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't amazing. The ending is pretty much okay, I'll put it like this: the best part of that match is when he's going for the kill shot. on John Moxley. Marina Shafir comes in, she pushes him out the way, and he hits that mug dead center on the side of her temple. I'm like, damn, my boy accurate with the kill shot. And then
Is that the house call or the kill shot?
I thought is it? Did he change it? He might have changed it. It might be house call.
He might have changed it back to kill shot or two. I'm not sure.
So
Either
it was
way,
kill shot.
Yeah.
It was house call. I know the slam is big pressure when he the reversal. That's big pressure. So house call, kill shot, whatever he decided to name it. Caught Marina Shafir with that. Boom, side of the temple. You feel me? Then we saw the end of the match. I'm gonna say Willow got the pin. Then we saw Moxley bump into Willow, catch her. Woo! Hit her with a DDT. I'm like, oh man, she was getting crazy. So I say the match wasn't all that, but it was really that ending that kind of made it better.
I agree. I'm a big proponent. I enjoy the intergender stuff. We've seen it for years where the woman always gets to hit the man. No disqualification, no nothing. Okay, and I'm not going to get too political into it or anything like that. But I fully agree that, hey, if you don't want to get in there and you want to tussle with the man, let's do it. There's no reason why it's not. I've seen too many entertaining matches in Lucha Underground and stuff.
What up, T?
It's been intergender, and they're amazing. Like you can tell an entirely different story when you've got a man versus a woman in there.
And see, people have us. When's the last time we seen like a male wrestler hit a female?
A long time.
Like from the major brands. I haven't seen that shit in a while. Like,
and WWE, not since like the Ruthless Aggression era.
I ain't seen that.
Like it, long time, right? Attitude and Ruthless Aggression era, you see that. And then AEW, we probably, I want to say early AEW, but it's rare. You hardly
it's
like
rare. Like you just don't see that across the board unless somebody trying to get over as a villain.
And like you don't see women, you don't see them bleed during matches. They don't add color or nothing like that.
They will
AEW, they do.
Though. They will in AEW.
Exactly. And again, though, that's that shock factor style. I think we talked about it before. We're so desensitized now as a culture, especially when it comes to male wrestling, that blood's just another thing. It's not really big impact on us anymore unless they're completely covered or it's a deep cut. Like, oh yeah, then you might get a reaction. But when a woman's fucking covered, like her face is all like, oh shit, everyone is like, holy fuck, shit got real. Like it's a big deal now because it's not something we're desensitized to. We don't see it a lot. Not overplayed.
No, that's a fact.
Mr. FTW, what you got for us, brother? Come on. Come on, I see you.
I see the blunt. I see it.
I see the blunt. I see the lights.
They ain't gonna lie, bro. That's what y'all talking about over here for a minute, bro.
Hey, when the Czar hitting his head, I'm telling you.
You can see his silhouette because he's got lights going on in the background. You just see a dark silhouette that says Mr. FTW. I see the little mute button leave. I see a blunt spark up, but he ain't saying shit. Like, come on, brother.
Yeah, Mr. Club, baby. Y'all know how I rock over here, man. Y'all know what it is. But yeah, goddamn it. Nah, I'm just playing. It was an alright match, man. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. The fact that Swerve got to hit Marie, you know what I'm saying? She been kicking ass. She been whooping everybody's ass, you know what I'm saying? So it's time for her to get her get back, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? It's time for her to get her get back, goddamn. She deserved every bit of that. And with that being said, I mean, it was a solid match. I mean,
how do you feel?
Supposed to.
I mean, I know kind of how you feel, but let the people know. How do you feel about the intergender interactions like that when a man and a male versus female, not just they bump into each other, one gets DDT'd at the end of a match, but an actual one-on-one or multiple.
I ain't for all this shit. But it is what it is.
Can you elaborate just a little bit? Why?
I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not a big proponent of, the man hitting the woman with thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It is what it is, right? I'm just not a big proponent of that, It is what
for
it
everyone,
is. Right
for everyone watching this, and that means that Mr. FTW, Vibez Aew Dynamite, the heel, is still an old-fashioned gentleman. See, that's why he's a ladies' man. That's why he's got all the women always hanging on him. He's such a gentleman.
Nah, don't get it fucked up.
No women hanging on me. No,
nah, y'all try niggas. Now, I mean, y'all try. So don't get it fucked up. Don't try me. I'm still me.
Rich, I didn't ask you. How do you feel about intergender
I like to see a
interactions?
girl get slammed. Look, every time a girl on wrestling, when she do some crazy shit, like when I'm going to watch a live show, I'm that person, like, slam her ass, like equal rights, baptize her. I'm waiting for because back in the day, you would have said the wrong thing to the Dudley boys. They give your ass a 3D through the table. It don't matter what your gender is. Slam her. They be choking. Like Marina Shafir spent 3 weeks choking folks out. Slam her ass.
Man, like Marina, I would have been kicked her motherfucking teeth out her mouth. All the goddamn, oh no, what? Talking about she'd have been, she would have swallowed them hoes. I would have been kicked in that shit.
I do want to say to everybody that's going to have the problem, oh, he kicked Marina way too hard. I bet you that was her motherfucking idea, and she probably wouldn't have had it any other way but to get hit like that. All right.
Yeah, then she hit, and then it was crazy how just perfectly, like you couldn't got him out the way, and then it was just like it wasn't botched. It wasn't that motherfucker was perfect. Boom, swear like fuck.
She folded. Boom. I mean, it was beautiful.
What they call it, cinema. But yeah, that shit was crazy though.
What do we have next? Immediately next, did we have
that? Mad Smoke Vibes, man. 20 friendly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As advertised. The big bill shit. Here we go. AEW. I love you because you give independent talent TV time, but I hate you because you don't even show their names. And as Big Bill said, we beat those guys because they didn't even know who the fuck their names were. So
those guys.
I guarantee that's not their tag name. We had just know there are two smaller guys that got thrown around like rag dolls. Because Big Bill is 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. I had to do it.
All I'm saying is, he at AEW. You are on the road to All In. We don't got time for no goddamn squash matches.
Thank you.
They had to give him the one just because they had the big cast and had to beat. I mean, Big Bill.
No.
You already know what I'm about to say.
No. And when are they going to showcase Brian Keith a little more instead of having him stand out there looking like an idiot, uttering like 2-syllable words, looking all mean mugging everybody, but not doing every time he wrestles he loses? What the fuck, man?
He's an angry black man, like how my boy used to be like, damn, Ron Simmons, they got him speaking like that.
Yeah. True.
He do speak like that for real.
True.
That boy from Beaumont, though, man.
But before Ron Simmons was treated like that, he forged his own way to become a legend anyway. So, there we go. That's beautiful. Is that a gravity?
Yup.
That's a gravity bong. It's a beautiful gravity bong.
That boy smoking apple juice, y'all.
Oh.
He's smoking apple juice.
That's pretty sick.
Man, look, y'all, we only do this on the Mad Smoke Vibes on AEW on Wednesdays. We don't do
You're
this
only going to see this
Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Only on Wednesdays, folks. You know what I'm saying? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, we keep it real PG. But on Wednesdays, we do get buck wild. It still is rated R, so don't have your kids because we say what the fuck we want to. You know, a couple M-bombs might slip from your boy. We never know what happens. You know what I'm saying?
I heard
it is Wednesday. I know.
Look, and all I'm saying is for everyone that tunes in Wednesday and for the avid fans that tune in every Wednesday, I appreciate you as we all do. I know you've been waiting to see Bonafide. We will see her back. She ain't gone. She's setting up FTW Mania for us. She's damn near single-handedly getting FTW Mania scheduled.
Shout out to the ladies, man. They make it happen.
So shout out to Bonafide Thundercats, who will be back. Don't worry about that. Man, you see, it just comes so naturally. Like, I should have put out an album my damn self, but,
No, you shouldn't. I wouldn't have listened to that bitch. I would have not listened to it.
You see how he treats me? Lord. You see how he treats me?
To my boy, Freestyle King.
Oh, man. I think it's because...
Get a high 12 for me then right now. Get a high 12 for me. Spit a hot 12 right now on the live for us right now. Give it to us, man. Come on, man. Do I need to pull up a beat or something?
Nah, we good, sir. I don't want to embarrass myself or you that badly. You know what I'm talking about, you know.
Okay,
He don't
let's
wanna
just lie. Okay, Rich giving it to us now. Come on now. Oh, you could have gave me hot stick right there.
Come on, I help y'all. We got Madman, yeah, he fresh like Dapper Dan. Rich line up in this bitch and I draw a line in the sand. I feel like evolution cause a nigga choke. I mean, my bad, cause I'm the chosen one.
It's Wednesday
It's
night,
a line
baby.
in the sand. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you get your freestyle. Hold on, we talking A-Dub.
Oh, man.
A-Dub. First sticker, call me Dub. I'm fresher than some diamonds, yeah, I'm cleaner than the tub. Shot on my line and she's gonna send a sub. And she all up on my phone, I'm trying to get her, leave me alone. Yeah, I'm gone. Take it to the space, out of space pimping. Rich loud in it, bitch, yeah, I ain't never slipping. Steady dipper, got the dipper, yeah, it's on my hand. Shawty looking at me cause I'm the mad man. That was off the dome, straight dome.
Right there.
See, that's that type of talent I wish I had. Holy shit. If I could write some shit, but I ain't got time for that. I can't do that off the dome like that. Holy fuck. Usually when they come rhyming like that, I just get lucky.
Good God almighty.
Go ahead, Zay. Go ahead, Mr. FTW. Let's hear you spit one.
I got a little FTW right here. You don't hear it?
All right, well, before the white boy doesn't embarrass himself, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment of the
Red Script out on all platforms, though, still. I think I'm too high for this, still out on all platforms, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go tap in on all that. Plus, my boy Rich Lord, all music on all platforms, y'all know what I'm saying? Go tap in,
man. Rich Lord, you feel me? You'll see me out there. You'll hear me screaming, Rush! Yeah.
I mean, y'all heard him hit a couple of free throws.
That was a real freestyle off the top, nothing pre-written. That's what it's supposed to sound like.
Thank you. Those are the words I was trying to say. My English is failing me today.
Okay, I see you, boy. I see you. You gotta get there. There go three of them right there.
I'm telling you, every now and then, for some of the simple shit, it'll just come and go, and I'll try to go as long as I can just to do it. But it's not often, but when it does, sometimes it's magical. Sometimes it's just like, shut the fuck up.
It's like that for everybody, dog. When you doing that freestyle, it's like that for everybody.
I apologize, gang. I knew we get a little bit off topic, but this show was really shit anyway. So, just letting y'all know, we got a 1 from the madman himself. We got a 1.5 from me and your boy Rich. And with that being said, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all just basically kicking it with the game tonight. Thank y'all for doing this. And y'all also got my boy Madman tied for second place this month. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep doing y'all motherfucking thing on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Because ain't doing a motherfucking thing.
Before I got a little sidetracked, that's what I was going to say to everybody. Even though obviously now I'm kind of proving my point I was about to say wrong. Now we don't get sidetracked. We still give you the show even when we smoking. We may get off a little track, but we are going to give you the matches. We will give you what happened, and we'll still be able to give you an unbiased or sometimes biased opinion. If CM Punk Phil Brooks is involved, then you already know. Thank God he's in that other company. He can't pollute my company anymore.
Damn.
What else we got tonight, guys? What else have besides, of course, the main event? We did have Cope versus. Okay,
hold on. You had what was the match that came after that? I don't remember the order of the match.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think.
I want to say it was that the MJF promo with Bobby Lashley?
Yes, that was, because that was early on. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, because we do need to talk about that. I've got some. I'm not feeling this, man.
Then after that is Tony Storm and Penelope.
Yes.
There we go. Boom. See, we're coming together. That's all we need. A little teamwork. Make the dream work.
Teamwork, make the
like
dream work.
Like Legos, baby. Like Lego, baby. Like puzzles. Puzzle pieces.
Oh, man.
What was you saying about it, though?
Not a goddamn thing.
Oh my God.
I ain't gonna lie, I only seen a little bit of. I had to take a phone call. I ain't hear what they were saying.
Missed FTW.
Basically, Maxwell himself was talking about getting his title back, and he just know. You know what I'm saying? The Hurt Business himself. God, what you want? Don't you hear me talking? Exactly. Come on back.
Basically, people, what happened? Max went out there to address Bobby, who he kept calling Bob.
Bob.
He was definitely not showing the respect. He, said, in case you don't know who I am, I'm formally introduce myself. There's the whole MJF spiel, talking about how he's a generational talent and that the Hurt Syndicate needs him. That's where he fucked up. One, he put his hands on Bobby, and he said that y'all need me. So, of course, this is Bobby fucking Lashley. He's not going to take kindly to that. But still,
champion Bobby Lashley.
I do like the way MJF handled the ending when Bobby's like, basically, look, you need to prove you want to be part of the Hurt Syndicate. You need to prove it. And MJF's like, okay, you want me to prove myself? He's like, gentlemen, thank you for your time. And he walks out, walks up the ramp and leaves. No shenanigan. But come on now, this is MJF. You know those wheels are turning in his head. He's got the Randy Orton thoughts going. He's making all kinds of plots. Cerebral assassin. He's all that in one, man. He is a generational talent, in my opinion. And no one's on the level of the devil. So he's got something brewing. My question now, does he end up as part of the Hurt Syndicate? Or is it one of those just kind of one-time hired gun type things? He pays MVP, look, I need you one time, one and done. Or does he actually join? Go ahead, Rich.
That's a hard one. Does he actually join? I think he joins. I think they join, and then for I use this as a reference. Did y'all see the Beatdown Clan in TNA?
Highlights. I never actually saw it, but I've seen highlights.
I could see something down the line where they had a tag team champions. They're all together. MJF possibly defeats whoever to win the belt or something like that. This is just a hypothetical, and they turn on him because the end result, Lashley ain't gonna be satisfied with just being a tag team champion. Not disrespecting the belt, but just he's a person who's trying to go up every time. Like he's not trying to just be there. I got to get that belt or at least compete for it at least once. I could just see that going. That's just a early interaction for something down the line. So we'll see.
Vibez Aew Dynamite, how you feeling?
Like $1 million.
What do you think?
Shit, I think he gonna join. They ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? In my honest opinion, if MJF doesn't join them, what is he doing? Like, he literally, when I say he has done everything, he has done everything. He ain't got shit else to do. So he's just roaming around doing what he wants at this point in time. So I feel like to give him something, or I can see, you know what I'm saying, them letting him in and turning on him. Right. Just to get the title. Like, them helping him to get it, but then turning on him as soon as he get it. Kind of like a Randy and Evolution kind of thing.
Yep.
No, he can be on either one show or Bob, you know what I'm saying? And then by that time, I'm not trying to be funny. If we do the dates right, I'm pretty sure Cedric Alexander will be there by the time. And then you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be able to do some stuff.
And see, I think that's either that will be what will happen. He'll join and they'll turn on him when Cedric gets there, or if Cedric gets there and they haven't concluded whether or not he's going to join. If Cedric gets there first and it's still up in the air if MJF joins or not, MJF's not going to join. They're not going to even.
I'm gonna tell you how crazy Tony is. If Cedric gets there early, Tony will put in Cedric and just stop the whole storyline.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if Cedric gets there, I think that's done. We saw that kind of happen with MJF and Adam Cole when Adam Cole got injured, and I get it. You got to kind of move on because someone's injured. But the way they had him come back from heel to face, and none of that made any sense. And I'm afraid they're going to be doing some stupid shit like that here soon. They're infamous for doing that, bro. I know they're trying. They're getting a little better at times, and then they have these slumps where it's like, what the fuck you doing? And this is before one of your biggest pay-per-views and stuff coming up. I mean, All In's not too far away, and you just having this shit. We need to have some stories going in All In, you know?
All In is in June.
I know. They need to be prepping for it.
March, April, May,
Yeah.
June.
Yeah.
What's in May?
We're not even in March no more. We're in April. So April, May, June.
Yep.
You're now
Yep.
90 days away. So now you're
Yep.
on the road to All In.
Yep.
It's
They
time
need to be
for
giving
storylines
us
to
something.
carry over.
And right now, they're not giving us enough. Not to be like, oh, I can't wait for All In.
Yeah, because it's like nobody sees MJF like bossing Lashley around. Like he can't be the leader. Like if they do join, like he's not going to be a leader.
No.
Our mind already tells us like MVP does the talking, but like the leader is probably Bobby Lashley. Like you just see that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I agree with Bobby's not going to be satisfied with
a long time ago. And I say this a long time ago. Can I just be honest?
Yeah.
When it comes to Bobby career, it was saved when it came back and they made MVP his Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
And then they did a little too much when they tried to give them a faction. Because here's the problem. And I told you this like while we was on the phone personally. I don't give a damn what they thought about the Hurt Business. It was never going to get over in a main crowd thing, just to be honest, because it was going to do the same shit it's doing now, flatlining. They don't really have shit else because it's not as dominant as the Bloodline. It's not as dominant as some of these other factions. So you can't build towards shit with it. You see what they tried to do when they did Bobby and the Street Profits. That shit flunked. Again, I said it failed because they wanted them to be heels and it didn't work. So they had to turn them back face. So that shit failed. And then you see they just broke it all the way up. Bobby's whole career has been literally spent on him being a dominant monster and him respectfully having MVP on his side. That's Bobby Lashley's best look. Respectfully, all he has done is kept Shelton Benjamin's career and Cedric Alexander's career alive because their ass would have been gone a long time ago from WWE if they didn't do the Hurt Business. I'm just being real at this point in time. They wouldn't have fucking.
But the Hurt Business was before. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
They wouldn't have before. You know what I'm saying? And yes, the Hurt Business was for the Bloodline. But guess what? The Hurt Business is just a regular faction that we're just going to throw together and let them dominate. We tried is guess what? We're letting Bobby do Bobby. We're letting them dominate. But it didn't do what it's supposed to do. You want to know why? Because look right when Bobby is leading the faction because he's not even the one doing the fucking talking. Yes, Paul Heyman and Roman does the talking for the Bloodline. Bobby does no talking. MVP was strictly Bobby's mouth. That's what made it so dominant when Bobby came back and believable for Bobby to be dominating the way Bobby dominated. Guess what? He didn't have to do no talking. He didn't have to do shit. He just had to stand there and look fucking big as he was and let MVP do everything. And like I said, they have done nothing more but keep their friend's career at stake because I love me some Sheldon, I love me some Cedric, but they did nothing more to keep their friend's career at stake because if reality, if they're not in those factions, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah. And
they had the opportunity to turn Bobby Lashley to like I hate to say this, but like the Black Brock Lesnar. I'm not gonna say Black Brock Lesnar. They could have just took him to Brock Lesnar route.
He was. No. He was the Black Brock Lesnar. Me and Lyle had this conversation the other day. He was the Black Brock Lesnar. He was. Think about it. He's just as big. He's the same size when they look up. The only reason it just never sold the way it sold because at that point in time when they did sell it, both of them had their managers and they threw Roman in the mix. But if they would have sold it right, you know what I'm saying? That shit would have been like money. But the problem was it just never sold.
It didn't go like how it should have went. They rushed that shit.
Because it was obvious what they was always doing with Bobby. If you think about it, here's my real thing. If you look at the presentation that Brock Lesnar had in the Ruthless Aggression era, is very similar to the presentation Bobby Lashley had. The only thing is Brock's was emphasized. So he was basically like a big emphasis of the Ruthless Aggression era. And Bobby was more so coming in as he's going to be yes, that's what it is, bro.
He came in undefeated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Won the belt
shit, motherfuckers. ECW champion. He was Vince McMahon at WrestleMania defeat Umaga again. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all remember all that shit. Damn, you're right.
It just wasn't as hyped up as Brock Lesnar. But think about it. He did the same collision wrestling. He was just as big. All that shit.
And he led the third reign in ECW.
And then the COVID period, Brock was gone. So he wanted to keep Brock around. Guess what? I got an idea. We gonna make MVP Brock Lesnar. I mean Bobby manager and let them fucking dominate. And what did they do? Come out there and squash people in seconds, win the title, and then do what they want to. And then they wanted to actually see how good Bobby was by saying, okay, we're gonna give you this faction and let you cook and let's see what y'all do. And it really didn't do as much as they thought it would.
Yeah,
just being honest.
Yeah, I agree with that.
100%. And no, you ain't wrong for saying it, Rich. I've been saying that for years. We've been saying it for years. That's unfortunately that's no knock on Bobby. It's looked at negatively and it's said negative ways about Bobby Lashley. He's too compared to Brock Lesnar. For me, I've always preferred Bobby over Brock. I've never really been a Brock fan. The only time I've ever cheered for Brock was late in his career before he left WWE as Cowboy Brock. When he was that face, he actually had a mic, had a personality.
You didn't like Ruthless Aggression, Brock Lesnar?
I didn't watch Ruthless Aggression. That was like the 10-year gap of wrestling I didn't watch. Was the
Brock Lesnar hit that scene. He was taking the Undertaker down, Big Show. He was taking everybody down.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, I've seen lots of documentaries. I've seen lots of I've gone back and watched a lot of older stuff when WWE Network existed and first hit. I went back and watched a lot of shit that I missed throughout the 10 years I didn't watch wrestling. But I just was never really a Brock Lesnar guy, Brock Lesnar fan. Paul Heyman coming out there, I love to hate Paul Heyman, but he's a great manager, and then he helps. He helps so much every time he comes in and does. Guy's a champion. His pedigree speaks for itself. We look at Paul Heyman and who he's managed throughout the careers. Stone Cold Steve Austin, early in his career, Paul Heyman managed him when he was stunning Steve Austin. Paul Heyman managed. Oh man, who else was it? Shit. Obviously Roman Reigns. I think Big Show.
He managed Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar,
CM Punk.
He managed. Fuck, it was somebody. I think it was Ryan Hike or whatever his name is.
Heidenreich or whatever.
Right,
yep,
yeah.
that was another one.
Yeah,
Which I think that's probably the only one that
managed.
didn't turn out being a world champion. And who gives a fuck about?
It was one more. The dude was like an IC champion. I can't think of his name though.
Just his.
I want to say it was.
Go ahead.
I was not important.
His pedigree speaks for itself. That's Paul fucking Heyman. But all right. So
yeah,
we do have.
About Bobby.
We do have the Penelope Ford versus Toni Storm match, and I had someone complain tonight. How long is Toni Storm gonna do this Timeless Tony gig? And I said, as long as it keeps being her best fucking work is selling money, making money, selling merch and making money.
I think it's on his last run, though. I will say that.
Yeah, probably to All In, maybe after All In. It all depends. When she was killed, Timeless Tony was doing her old gimmick and came back, which was great for the brief time. People were really craving wanting Timeless Tony still. So I think that's why it was brought back, because people weren't done with it. So until they are and they start seeing the crowd kind of, okay, we're done with this as a majority, they're going to run with it.
I feel like she loses to Mercedes. I feel like she loses to Mercedes.
You do feel like that's going to happen.
You know what's about to happen to Mercedes.
I think Mercedes wins. I think Mercedes wins all the gold.
You think she beat Athena?
I think she beats Athena for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Yes.
If this was all in, I say Athena wins. But by this not being all in, no, I think Athena loses, and then Mercedes goes all in and beats Toni Storm and basically holds every single title and every single women's title on AEW.
And then give Toni Storm
I genuinely think she's finna do that. She's gonna be walking around 5 of them things.
It could happen.
Yeah.
And then we read in the tabloids tomorrow that she got married and her new name is Mercedes Khan, and we know why.
Here's my thing. She already has not signed the long contract with AEW. What people don't understand, it's only like a 3-year contract. She's already been there for almost a year or two already. So once she does that, she's already basically done everything in AEW. So that next year, fought that last year, we'll see her basically give it back to AEW, and then she'll probably back in WWE. I genuinely think so.
Oh, she's
Because she
definitely
didn't
going
sign a
back.
long
I think
contract.
she'll definitely finish her
She
career in
didn't sign a
WWE.
long contract with AEW. She did. It was like only a 3-year contract. So, and with her already being a year in, I really feel like, you know what I'm saying, she wins,
she'll go
holds all
back.
the titles, and when you start seeing her lose all the titles, I feel like that's when you're gonna notice like that it's closer to her contract number.
This match itself, Penelope Ford and Mercedes, it wasn't the greatest. One again, AEW is not a bad match. It's just nah. And I will say Penelope Ford got a lot more offense in than I thought she would. I didn't think it was going to be a squash match, but I figured Mercedes would do her thing. Penelope Ford got quite a bit of offense in.
It was Penelope and Tony.
Oh, Tony, yeah.
Yeah, you said Mercedes.
Yeah, I said Mercedes because we were just talking about, Tony. I didn't think it was to be a squash match, but I really felt like Tony being obvious, going into the pay-per-view, being the champ, all that it would be kind of just.
Match went way too long.
You got
that match went way too long.
Well, between Penelope Ford and Tony Storm, yeah, hell yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So you think that Tony Storm should give her character a break? I'm trying to see. So she still gotta face Megan Bain at Dynasty, right?
I think
he's gonna be Megan Bain.
Yeah.
That's Dynasty. And then
here's the thing. I hate to say this, but Tony has did his route with the women to where it's kind of like it's the inroads. You know what I mean? Like Mercedes is on this end of the road with all the titles, and then you got Tony on that road with all the titles. And now it comes to where else what else do you get a fans for real? Like genuinely, what else do you get a fans?
Because she had the only title she didn't have was the tag title, but she literally walking out there with every single belt. So it's like when she finally loses them all or lose them one by one, like she gonna have to keep losing to get them off.
They don't even have.
That's what I want to know.
They don't even have women's AEW title, tag team title. So
yeah, true. I'm tripping.
Hold on, one second.
So she got the TNT. She got the TBS title. She could potentially get the women's world championship. I can see that happening. Oh, I'm holding it down till everybody come back. Anyway, back to what I said. I just hold it down to everybody come back. But yeah, I don't know. I can see it happening. I can see. I really see Mercedes winning it, and then I guess you have to drop it to somebody. But I'm like, if she got the AEW's women's champion, if she got the TBS champion, if she got the New Japan, what is that, open weight, strawweight champion? How many? She got to lose, and lose again. That's just constant losses, back to back, unless she battles somebody for all the belts. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be kind of crazy to see how they play that. And then even with Tony Storm, like I feel like her character can really go as far as really her opponents take it. That's really what it is, because Mariah May was a good opponent for her. It allowed her to do all type of things with her character, allowed her to copy Mariah May for a second, then go back to her originally, to her regular self. Then you had the crazy matches between the two, 3 matches, the last match, blood and glass everywhere. So I'm like, I can see, yeah, that's what it is. They have to find her another enemy. So even if you have a case where she beat Megan Bain, and then let's say Tony Storm does beat Mercedes Moné, and then let's say after Mercedes Moné, who's next to beat Tony? Do you pull Athena up? Does Athena beat Mercedes Moné? Like, it's so many ways that they could go with this. So, you know what I'm saying? I really want to see. I want to see how they do it. I had to hold it down till y'all came back.
Yeah, my bad, brother. Yeah, no.
You all good.
Bathroom break, but we are at the point where we can, if we are taking a sponsor breaker. I'm not quite sure how Miss FTW wants to do this right now, but we got our usual Dating with Riptard, our girl. She collaborates with us on a lot of stuff. Sometimes you'll see her on PLE reviews. catch her on all platforms, dating with Riptar. If you want advice or just someone to chat about relationship stuff, she's the person to go to. Then we got FTW Mania, obviously, as far as I know. FTW Mania, what's that? Huh? Oh, you obviously been living under a rock. Come on now. Las Vegas. Vegas, baby. WrestleMania weekend, baby. Night 1. Come on and watch Night 1 with us at the watch party. It's all over our socials. You can check out, find the address. Come hang out with the gang. Food, drinks, watch the show. Immediately after the show, go ahead and go outside, grab your seat, look at the ring, and experience some live wrestling for the first time ever. The very first ever FTW champion will be crowned, as well as a couple of battle royals where your boy Madman Murray himself will be involved. You never know what might go down. I'm bringing the madness, so all kinds of crazy shit could happen.
Yeah, man.
Your boy Rich Loud is going to be there. And I'm sure since it's so easy for him to just go off the dome and, spit some bars like it ain't shit, he might just be hosting some rap battles or, maybe showcasing some, exclusive music, holding it down. He might even, clothesline a motherfucker. You never know what's going to happen when Rich Loud is in the building.
You never know. Show up to FTW Mania, man, so you can find out.
Never know. You never know what's going to happen. The old moniker, anything can happen on the WWE. Now, fuck all that. Anything can and will probably happen at FTW motherfucking Mania in Las Vegas, baby. Yeah. Woo. Can't wait for this. 2 weeks away, people. A little more than 2 weeks away. If you're going to be in Vegas, damn WrestleMania tickets are too fucking expensive. Unless you want to sit up in the nosebleeds and spend all night watching the big screen TV, you can do it at home anyways. Why not kick it with the gang for a hell of a lot cheaper with some food and some drinks and some live wrestling? I mean, it only makes sense. It only makes sense. It don't get no better.
It don't get no better.
No. You ain't got to be all crowds and cold or people coughing and sneezing from all fucking angles around you. And oh, man, come on now. Use your heads, people. Use your heads. All right, Rich, so what did we have after that? Tony Storm, Penelope Ford.
Let me go down the list. Let me see y'all.
Yes,
Bear
sir.
with me because I don't remember the full order of everything.
That's what I'm saying.
After the Tony Storm, okay, yeah. So after Tony Storm match, I want to say it was that promo with Mercedes.
Yes,
she cut that promo.
Hilarious.
And what's the girl name who showed up with the dog?
Charlie Cameron.
Yes. So they had that little back and forth. I guess that's her new opponent. So maybe she beats her, and then that sets up for the almighty showdown at All In with Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné for all the gold.
I mean, see, Mercedes already beat Harley Cameron, so now she showed up. Yeah, so she showed up tonight, and it was all about they're going to tag team. They're going to tag team on Collision against who was it? Megan Bain and Penelope Ford, I think, actually, or something like that.
Let me go back and look. I want to say yeah. Yeah, that was. She came out. Yeah. She came out with the dog. I was on the phone when that shit happened. She came out. I remember when the dog came out when she was talking, and then they did say that.
Which shout out to Harley Cameron. The woman is incredibly talented. She can sing. She can probably dance. She can play instruments. She's a hell of a ventriloquist. Like, she showcased that tonight. Like, that was pretty damn good. That's not an easy skill.
It's not.
So, I'm excited. I like Harley as the comedic relief in the women's division. You don't really get that a lot. If you think back on a lot of, there's some crazy women characters that are just funny because they're crazy, but just pure comedic relief, like in R-Truth, in a women's division, you don't really get that. I can't think of someone that kind of fits that bill until Harley Cameron.
Yeah, they usually just make them like super sexy, and then just leave it at that.
I mean, you think of it. R-Truth had Little Jimmy, has Little Jimmy. Yeah. Her Little Jimmy is this Monet puppet, and I'm sure when she gets her next opponent will be a puppet like this. which also is kind of an Alexa Bliss kind of thing. You know, how she did with Charlotte, had the Charlie doll and all that. But
that shit was funny when Harley Cameron cut that rap when she was when she cut that freestyle with the puppet.
That was crazy. Dude, oh my God, that was crazy. I loved it. I'm like, holy shit, okay, Harley. I forgot Harley could rap like and go really, really fast.
I didn't know she could rap. I was shocked to hear that shit.
I had seen that before in an AEW like a year or so ago when I first was introduced to her. They did something where she was with a team, I believe, and they all cut like a music rap, and she had a verse that she spit and like, huh?
Shout out Harley, man. Shout out Harley.
Yeah, shout out to Harley Cameron. What did we have after that?
Then we had the tag team match with Will Ospreay and Kevin Knight versus that is Blake Christian.
Yeah.
And I forget the other person's name. I just remember Blake Christian.
Something Jones or something. Yeah, no, okay.
I think he's from Ring of Honor.
Yes, this match I kind of had an issue with because why is Will Ospreay all of a sudden now being relegated to a tag match? For one,
the same thing.
For one, and for two, this Blake Christian guy, look, he's impressive, but like we said last week, I was all with him until he decided to smell his own dick, and then like
he lost his death.
That was what the fuck was that? I just still can't get over that. Every time I see the guy, all I can picture is him like licking his own fingers after getting ball sweat on.
My boy licking ball sweat.
Like, I don't understand why he did that. Did he realize he was on live TV? He had to have.
He probably tried to do something cool, and the camera probably just made him nervous. That shit was just awkward as hell.
Yeah, bro. I really feel like he was trying to figure out something cool to do, and for whatever reason, he decided to put his hand down his tight. I don't.
Well, hit the LL Cool J on him.
I'll tell you, I've wrestled a few times now, and I've had awkward moments where I'm like I wonder like how to talk. I don't want to do something that's iconic somebody else. I'm not doing like the Randy Orton or no shit. So I've been out trying to kind of wondered how to do certain things. So I'm never just going to cram my hand down my pants and be like, ugh. I mean, what the fuck?
Oh my God, that's funny. Hey, but you know what? I felt that same way because I'm like, man, what the fuck is Will Ospreay doing in a tag team match?
Yeah,
I get it. He's supposed to be trying to give Kevin Knight the rub because he's new on the block, showcase the skills. But I'm like, bro, this position should not be delegated to Will Ospreay. We look at that Will Ospreay to compete for the big belt. Now, my theory is it's so much going on at the top right now between Mox, Swerve, Hangman, MJF. Like, where do they fit Ospreay in? Because at some point in time, Ospreay has been signed to win the belt. Now, the great thing that they didn't do, and I'm glad they didn't do this, was sign him and just hurry up and get him that belt instead of putting him in and let him work and build and win over the AEW crowd. Get the belt. I am still happy about that, but it's like, when do they press that button? And then it's like, okay, because to me, I'm like you, he shouldn't be in this position. Not insulting him or anything, but fan-wise, we're looking for him to be in that main picture up there somewhere.
And this is, as I alluded to earlier, this was the part where the crowd really just showed that they weren't into anything. You have Will Ospreay, one of the hottest guys in your roster. He's out there so hard, just booing the other guys and, trying to hype up the crowd and clapping and pointing to everyone and trying like hell to get the crowd to do anything. And you have the collective, maybe 100 people go, like half-assed. Like, what? Why'd you pay? Why'd you get a ticket? That's what I feel. I'm like, hey, are these fans or are these like people just really didn't have anything better to do? And in that case, if you ain't got nothing better to do, you're still spending about $50 for these tickets. What the? I'd rather sit home and DoorDash $50 or something if you ain't got nothing to do. What the fuck? I don't get it.
But they're Kevin Knight and Ospreay, they're fighting against each other in the tournament too.
Yes. So maybe that's why they decided to throw Ospreay in this match like this, because they wanted to have this storyline where, hey, now these two are opponents and facing each other after having this tag match together in the Owen Hart tournament.
No, I see that.
it did nothing for me. This was probably one of the lower moments for me tonight in the show.
That was a bathroom break.
Yeah, pretty much. And to say that was a bathroom break time during a Will Ospreay match is what's sad.
Yeah.
You see. Now, and my other thing, I'm glad we brought that up about the Owen Hart tournament because I wanted to say I saw that Mercedes Moné was in the Owen Hart tournament. So that means that she has to win it because if she doesn't, her undefeated streak's done. Because she's still undefeated. So she's going
to get every single belt leading up till, I guess, she fights Toni Storm. I'm pretty sure that's happening in these next 2 months. It has to.
Yeah. And that's what Zay, Mr. FTW, was saying. He feels like that's what's going to happen with Mercedes, and that's what it's kind of looking like because again, she's in this tournament now. So in order to get that cup and that big ass fucking Owen Hart belt, which is technically another belt, that I'm sure she'll wear.
So she'll have all the belts. Then Toni Storm will have beaten Megan Bang. So now she don't have any opponents. And then after April, you have May. Then you get that's double or nothing. And then the big stage is June. So I can see how they setting that up.
Yeah.
If they play it right, they can make that one go down in the history books of AEW because you got 60 days.
It could definitely happen still, without question. I still think it's possible she even takes that Ring of Honor title off of
Athena.
I don't want her to.
Bitch have to bring Athena up because she's pretty much done everything on Ring of Honor.
Isn't she the longest reigning women's Ring of Honor champion ever? Like I really feel like Mercedes takes that from her.
Yeah, I can see that too because it's like, do you have? I know we spoke about this earlier, but do you have Athena beat Mercedes and then go to All In as the champion to face Toni Storm? Like that ain't what the money is.
And if Mercedes loses again, every match is so crucial at this point with Mercedes, no matter who she's going against, because she's undefeated, double digits, almost like 20 something now, undefeated. So when she does finally lose a match, it matters who it's to.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see where they go with this. What was after that?
It was Brody King and the Murder Hawk Monster. What's his name? Archer, Lance Archer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a match.
No, they did. And what more would you expect from these two? Two of the bigger motherfuckers in there, and you don't see a lot of big on big. You don't because I don't, for whatever reason, I guess aesthetically, people like to root for underdogs, and you got the big guy and the small guy, and you got But right. I like being a fan of combat sports, whether it's boxing, mixed martial arts. That I like seeing. Let's see two big heavyweights just throw down, and that is exactly what you saw in this match. This was probably one of my favorite matches tonight.
Yeah, I like the match too. I'm just ready for something for Brody King. We need something. We know he could put on matches like where the House of Black was doing something, then that they broke up, and then they became the Hellhounds and the Black Throne of whatever. What are we doing with Brody King? It's something there that can be done. You can tap into the darkness, make him evil. He's already big. He can put on matches. He's already intimidating. I just felt like he's just kind of stuck in limbo right now.
100% agree. That's how exactly how it's been.
Give him the TNT title. Put him in contention for that.
Something. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. He's a big dude, and he's athletic enough. He's got the crowd behind him, just like you got Braun Breaker and the other company. They do the same shit for Brody. All right, so it's not like he's not getting any kind of reaction from people.
Imagine he win that TNT title. They gonna be out there barking. They gonna be out there doing it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I really want to see him in a. I like to see the monsters be monsters. I just say that, back in the day, when you watch wrestlers, you had just straight beasts that could just take over, win belts. They were devastating, strong. I haven't found anybody outside of my boy Powerhouse, but I need to see something Like it's just,
Yeah.
I know I said the same. Just said this earlier. I really honestly feel like he's just stuck in limbo. They don't really have a direction, not a storyline to go with him. He's not in the tag team. He's not in contention for any belts or anything.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 100% behind you on that one. Like, feel the same way. We did have Brody picking up the victory, though, right? I missed the very end.
Yeah. He won.
Okay. And then from that, we had the main event.
There we go.
Then we got to Adam Copeland and Claudio Castagnoli, a throwback to the days of Edge versus Cesaro.
Hey, you know what was crazy? Before you finish, I like the promo that Claudio had cut at Collision. He was like, I know you're losing your edge, but now I'm gonna show you how to cope. He said some shit crazy like that.
I didn't hear that. Okay.
That shit was cold. That was the first time I heard like a super hard ass promo from Claudio. But go ahead.
Yeah. Claudio's definitely not known for his promo skills. He's known for rock trolling as usual with his bitch ass. But he's not known for his promo skills. Not as Cesaro, not as Claudio Castagnoli, but his skills in the ring are unfucking deniable.
Yeah.
So this match was better than I thought it was going to be. I gotta say that because I'm not a super huge fan of either guy. I don't hate either guy either. I'm just kind of indifferent. But this was okay. I just felt like, again, the story itself, the stories, the way they're doing it was kind of weak. The segments were definitely weak for the most part. You had the Harley Cameron. When you got Harley Cameron, Mercedes Moné is one of the highlights of the night. It's just that little brief segment that's not what you want, Tony. So that's why I gave it such a low rating for me. The only thing memorable tonight for me, even the MJF that wasn't that memorable of a segment, and that needs to be. That's MJF out there with MVP and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's why I said tonight really wasn't an exciting night for me because I'm certain stuff. I'm just ready for them to just wrap it up. Like Cope fought, he fought Mox twice, lost. Why is he still relevant? He lost both times. That's the same thing. I don't know if you saw Collision last week.
I did not.
FTR. What's my boy? Dax. He was like, we got behind you with the expectation that you would go win. You end up losing. I feel like I'm distracted from that. But I'm like, you fought Cope. Okay, this is the rematch.
Yeah.
Fought Mox, got the rematch, lost the rematch. Now you just picking fights with his homies when you're not about to be in contention for this. So you're really just kind of like out of the way. They should just go ahead and after this, and we should see no more Cope, anything dealing with the Death Riders. He should just go right to FTR. I guess they'll go after the trios. Or he'll get the beefing with Dax or something. But like I'm a fan of Cope. I'm just tired of seeing that because I just feel like you battled him already. There's no need.
I think with Cope picking up the victory over Claudio tonight, obviously, I think they're going to get the trios titles off of the Death Riders, personally, and then they can go do their own thing. And I hope that will be the end of the Death Riders and them their feud because the Death Riders will be recuperating from that trios loss and probably doing other stuff. Of course, Mox is world champion. Maybe Claudio goes after the TNT or something like that. I mean, I don't know if they even keep the Death Riders together and around much longer. I really felt like they died off real fast. They started off real hot with the Death Riders, and I liked what they were doing. This isn't your AEW no more. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. It made it seem like there was another person other than Mox that was pulling strings, like that Mox was kind of answering to. It seemed like that's the vibe that I got, and I loved it. I was like, okay, so this isn't his AEW, this is our AEW. And then he kind of got the title and was holding the hostage, like, you don't need to see that championship. I am the championship. When you want to think AEW, look at me. That was fucking amazing. I love that promo. The fact that I still remember that promo says that's a good fucking promo. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Then we've seen all that they've already done. Today was the shock. Tonight was a shock factor with the fact that you got a man and a woman. Oh, they both traded blows, and Marina got kicked, and then Mox, DDT'd Willow. They're struggling, trying to find something to still keep us engaged and like, oh my God. And I feel like they're struggling. And so I do think that the Death Riders are going probably sooner rather than later, probably at All In at the very latest. We'll see the dissolution of the Death Riders.
Man, look, this is what I would have done. This is just fantasy book, and I would have had Mox going like he would have been going on a fucking rampage, like he was going paranoid because everybody after him. Like I would have had him tune in to that crazy. He'd have been like, "Man, everybody's after me. Y'all gonna have to pry this title for my dead body, sir. God, I took down Colt. Who's next? Take him down." And then his body, like remember how Orange Cassidy had defended the belt so long, his body just started. They could have done that with Mox because he just out there going crazy. He just took it back to the spine. He going out here beating folks up, getting slammed through. I just felt like they could have really just turned his paranoia up. Just he not paranoid enough. I need him to tune into that craziness because it's I can see it seems like everybody is not everybody, but the people we're looking at MJF, Swerve, Hangman, Colt. With some of these people, like even though the ultimate goal is to get that belt, they're still tied up in their own storyline versus really just everybody after Mox. I felt like it kind of should have gone that way a little bit. He just weeded some of the people off.
And then at the end of this, wasn't it at the end of this, after this match, didn't we get a Swerve again? Because Swerve went through some glass. Yeah, we got Swerve came out to help Colt.
He was backstage.
Yes, that's what it was.
I think he was backstage still checking on. No, he was talking to Prince Nana because he had already said that they were gonna pay anyway. So he was talking to Prince Nana about, I can't remember, but they basically got into the argument. He about to walk to the ring, then Hangman comes out the curtains. That's right. They kind of embrace. He was like, "You broke into my house. You burned my mama's house." He's like, "You deserved it." He's like, I know. Like, they got that little thing going on.
Wait, what'd you say? Yeah.
So they still had that going on. And then as the security come out, I don't know if they still beefing or that was a coming to terms moment because that wasn't. He was just like, "Man, I know I deserved it." So then Hangman walk off, and then as Swerve coming to the ring, that's when the Death Riders coming, catch him slipping. Throw him in whatever. Remember they threw him through the glass at first in the hall. Remember when they tossed him into the I don't know what that shit was, a window.
It looked like just an old wood window, some dirt. Something pulled off the barn or something. Through that.
Went to the ring and finished him off. But it's funny because now that you said it makes me look at this scene a lot different from what you just said when you felt like they were running out of things that kind of like shock us to keep us involved. And then when you just said it automatically made me think to this because it was like, okay, I can see that now because they did just throw him through the glass. Like they got to build up the hatred. Like he kicked her in the head. They sneak him from behind, throw him in the glass, slam him in some more glass once he gets in the ring. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I see what he said. We still got what, 5 days, four some days before Dynasty. So I'm like, I can see that.
This Sunday.
But I'm just mad. He wasn't even bleeding out his back, was he?
That was the other thing I was going to ask. I was about to bring up. Normally, from what I know, Swerve is very, very consistent and persistent about he wants to use real shit. Like when he used the cinder block that one match, that was a real cinder block. People thinking that was, man, you saw the marks on his back. The way I believe this was probably prop glass tonight because none of it stuck to his body. No cuts. I don't care how fine you do that. If that was real glass, he would have had some cuts. There would have been some blood, if not a lot.
Like Darby Allin was when he jumped off that ladder instantly.
Yeah, that whole when he went through that plate glass and sap and just went. Oh my god!
Bleeding. I was like, Darby, boy, how much they paying you?
That was crazy. Yeah, I feel like this was, and I personally have nothing against using sugar glass, using fake cinder bricks, all that. It's cinema, all right? It is still a performance. These are performers and athletes. Using the real shit, sure, we can do it, we can tolerate it, we're athletes, whatever, but it's going to shorten our career significantly. Why not use shit that looks just as good You know what I mean? Here, though, is the catch-22. If you're going to use stage glass, do not keep zooming in with the camera on the back like, look at the damage, when there's no fucking damage.
Yeah.
That completely fucks the illusion. Going
I'm
onto
like,
the
man, where's the
glass is
blood?
good enough. Good enough. Have him go onto the glass and just lay there. When Swerve sat up and was all like, doing the thing, okay, cool, we get you, but don't show his back then. Either have him just lay there and be laid out until people come out there to like, oh my God, bring a towel and sit him up and like brush off his back and do all that. You can see maybe that's when they do a little bit of fake blood or something on the towel as they're wiping. So it looks like, look, there's blood. There's ways to do it that look good. Tonight, which is another reason I gave it a 1. I would have gave it a 1.5, maybe a 2, if the way they ended it with the glass spot, all that. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, beat down. No, not unfamiliar for Swerve get beat down, but what he's going to deliver, so cool. But that killed the momentum for me. Powerbomb glass, ooh, ow. But then he sits up and they zoom in onto his back. They don't just zoom onto his back once. They don't just do it twice. I believe they do it 4 fucking times, different times, where it's like, look at his back. Look at his back. Look at his back. Look at his back. Stop.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, look, it's falling off his back, but there's...
Man, Swerve got a big ass chunk of glass in his back and no blood. I'm like, come on, bro. We see Swerve bleed. I need to see the blood. What is that?
So, I'm not against it, but there's that catch-22. If you're going to use it, use that magic camera. Use the art of misdirection, some shit like that. So that's all I really got for everyone tonight. I want to thank everyone that's been tuning in with us. I believe we covered pretty much everything. Rich Loud, you got anything else you want to say before we let the good people go tonight?
Shit, that was pretty much it.
All right. Catch your boy Rich Loud. Check him out on all platforms. Listen to his music. Huge fan of wrestling. He's going to have some shit coming up. I'm not going to spoil for him or for anyone, but you make sure that you keep tuned in to what Rich is doing in the world. Of course, stay tuned with FTW Podcast, Madman Murray. We got everyone. We got shows from Monday through Friday for WWE, Monday Night Raw, NXT Tuesday. You're here with me on Wednesday, going into Thursday for people on the East Coast with me. You got Thursday TNA, you got Friday Night SmackDown, you got PLEs on Saturday and pay-per-views on Sunday when AEW has them. All 7 days when these planets align just right of wrestling talk and coverage right here with Family Time Wrestling. So everyone stay mad and have a great night. We will see you soon.